Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go.
How about our quarterback? How about our quarterback? Your quarterback. He's a stud. He is a stud. I knew he was going to play that way. I knew it. Don't doubt him. All he does
I'm
is
Birdgang
win.
31 and I'm fly like an eagle. Hit him low, hit him high like the eagle. Catch me on a podcast and we only talking Eagles. Dallas still sucks and ain't nothing like the Eagles. I'm one O-line, Jalen Hurts top 5. Running like Saquon, like I'm down Queen. Always open AJ, touchdown, say. Strap him up like DeJean, sack him up, Zach Bond. On the road to victory, yeah. We gon' watch all Eagles fly. Hit him low, hit him high. Hit him low, hit him low, hit him high. We gon' hit him low, we gon' hit him high. We gon' hit him low, we gon' hit him high. We gon' hit him low, we gon' hit him high. Birdgang 31 is a host, man. Bringing Eagles to your door like the postman. Make some noise if you a real Birds fan. Make some noise if you a real Hurts fan. Yeah.
What up, Eagles Nation? It's your boy Birdgang 31 with some breaking news. Za'Darius Smith has called it quits with the Eagles. Za'Darius Smith has called it quits with the Eagles and retires. Man, it's like it just keeps coming. It just keeps coming over and over. More news, bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. But we're going to talk about that today, and I'm going to give you my take on why it really, as much as it pains me to say, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I'm going to give you my thoughts on what we should do moving forward and, just the shock of why, Za'Darius Smith has left this team so fast. It's only been a month now. It's only been a month and he is gone. How do you guys feel about it? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys so we can talk about this together as a Birdgang Nation family. First instant reaction is shocked. You know what I'm saying? Shocked. Shocked that he does this a month after joining the team. If you're really this close to retiring, why would you even join a championship roster, a championship team? Some people out there saying that they think that Za'Darius thinks that we can't win the bowl. Some people out there says that this has nothing to do with the Philadelphia Eagles. He does have a beautiful girlfriend, Kash Doll, and family that he needs to get to. The sad part about it is we're up in arms about it. He is our best defensive lineman, but yet he only has a sack and a half. He's our best defensive lineman. We're like, whoa, Za'Darius, where are you going? What's going on? But he only has a sack and a half on his football team. That tells you, hey, we need more help than him. If we can't win with him, it ain't going to do nothing different with him without him. You know what I'm saying? Like, we lost to the Giants with him starting, and playing. If we can't win with a guy like Za'Darius Smith, then how he needs to do his damn job and go find another defensive end. Because this is ridiculous that he was our best defensive tackle. And us as Eagle fans talking about this championship roster that we have, talking about this championship aspirations that we have, talking about this championship team that we have. We're sitting here stressing over a guy like Za'Darius Smith. What has this league come to? Nolan's out. Ozawaku's out. Our defensive line is so thin right now. You know what I'm saying? What up, Daniel? How you doing, my guy? Our defensive line is paper thin right now. I'm just like, what are we going to do? One, and why haven't Howie made a move yet? I know it's just today, but there has to be some guys in the league, that you already had penciled in, that you should have been already thinking about bringing to this team. Because as good as we thought Za'Darius was, which he wasn't playing bad, he played some good ball with us. Don't get me wrong. He made some plays, but he's not what we need at the edge spot on this football team. Nolan keeps getting hurt. Is he what we need on the edge on this football team? Jalen Hunt still developing. Is he what we need on this football team? We need a star, bona fide stud, someone that's going to get sacks at least every couple of games. We shouldn't be sitting here going into week 7 with only 7 sacks, 6 sacks on a season. Make that make sense. The pressure to the quarterback has not been getting there all year long. We're not getting these sacks that we need to be getting. So it is some breaking news. It does suck that he's leaving. But Howie, that should just push you to do your damn job. Get out there and go find us a pass rusher right now. You know what I'm saying? Go find us a upper echelon pass rusher right now. I know we want to see what these young bulls are going to develop into, but we are 7 weeks into the season and it's not developed into nothing that I like to see. We can't stop the run. We got no sacks. Houston, there is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Big problem here in Philly right now. Along with the edge rushers, we got cornerback problems. Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson sucks. We got safety problems. We got receiver problems. We got diva problems on this football team. 6 weeks in. We need to shake it up, man. We need to do something right now. Make a splash. Let the league know that this is not how the Philadelphia Eagles are going out. That we are just beginning our championship run. You know what I'm saying? Because what I see right now ain't it. It ain't it. It needs to get a lot better. It is not it. And it's not going to be it until Howie makes some changes on this football team, my guy. Za'Darius, hey, peace out to you. Much love for the sack and a half that you got. Much love for the couple of pressures that you got. Much love for all of that. But you just wasted our damn time. You just wasted our time. Do you think we're not going to the bowl this year? Because I know the Eagles are going to the bowl this year. It looks gloomy now, but there's a lot of football left. We got like 12 games left before the season's over. Plenty of time to get back in the win column. Plenty of time to start rolling again. I just hate hearing the narrative. We're like one of the last teams to lose a football game. We lost 4-2. This is the same record we had last year. But it looks a little better this year, I'll say. I mean, in terms of we didn't lose 2 early games. We just lost our last 2 games to, Denver Broncos, up and coming, talented roster. Bo Nix, talented young, quarterback out there. Denver Broncos, Sean Payton, them boys. It's all good. But the beatdown we just took to the New York Giants, the New York Little Men, the bottom of the division team, the team that we swept probably the last 3 years in a row, unacceptable. And I'm going to say that again, unacceptable, Philadelphia Eagles. What up, Eagles girls? 117. She says we will be fine. And I believe we will be fine too. You know, but I still think we need to make a move. We need to make a move like right now. Not tomorrow, not in 2 weeks, not by the, you know, what? Trading deadlines like week 8, 9, something like that. Not then, now. Because our defense, if you didn't know, was the only positive thing we had going. You know, those first 4 wins was our defense. And now it's so depleted right now. It's so depleted. It's sad, man. I don't trust Nolan no more. He keeps getting hurt. Nolan didn't play a full season last year. Y'all remember that. He played after BG. Well, he played, but he didn't get, you know, those type of snaps to after BG got hurt towards tricep. And that's where we're like, oh, Nolan Smith coming in, young buck finally, you know, making his way in the league. Good job, getting some sacks. But he wasn't even that dominating. You know, he does stop the run really good. You know, he does set that edge. But we need some better players. She said we definitely need to make a move, right? Like now. There's a couple moves right now. If I'm the Philadelphia Eagles, if I'm Howie Roseman, is what I'll be doing. Move number 1. Finding one of these superstar edge rushers and bringing them to the team ASAP. Trade a 2nd round pick if you got to. Trade a 1st round pick if you got to. I don't give a damn. Fix this problem in terms of pressure getting to this quarterback. Number 2, we might need to find another offensive lineman, to be honest with you. We might need to do that. Steen, hey, you lost your job last year to Becton for a reason. No more Steen. Like, I'm not saying he's trash. He played admirable, but we definitely need a bigger, more physical, more opposing right guard on this football team. We need our regular starting 5 to get healthy too. We need to see Lane Johnson healthy. Somehow we need to get Landon healthy. I know he missed last week. I hope he missed this week. So hopefully in another 2 weeks, he'll be ready to go. Because you can't have your best lineman being trash, playing the worst year he's ever had. Saquon Barkley is averaging 3 yards a carry, and that should be a damn crime. We are not New York. That should never be happening. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. Our cornerbacks. The third thing we need to go out there and get. Trade for who you got to trade that will be an upgrade. I lost faith in Keeley. I've lost faith in Adoree. Bennett's been hurt. I can't even say I lost faith in him. He doesn't even play enough to lose faith in. One thing I did see that I did kind of like, though, was Cooper DeJean playing opposite of Quinyon Mitchell. It might be that time, guys. We didn't want to see it. We didn't want to hear about it. But with Makuba starting at safety, with Reed Blankenship, you can throw Coop to the other cornerback spot and let one of these other young bucks play the slot. You know, if you got 2 good outside corners and a good safety, a secondary safety unit, then that slot corner is valuable, but not as valuable. Because Keeley don't need to be on the field no more. or Dory needs to be, neither one of them need to be on the football field no more. I'm serious. We need to take these guys off the field ASAP. And I love Dory. You know I'm a USC fan. I love the Dory. I thought that maybe he could revive his career here, you know, but that ship has definitely sunk, and it ain't working. So I don't know who you got to get. I heard people talk about Ward from Cleveland. You know, start attacking some of these teams that are 0-4, 1-4, 1-3, whatever. Some of these lower echelon teams that have no bright future. You know, but you need to fix this problem, man, because I don't see us winning the Super Bowl with the roster as is. I don't see it, you know, until you can prove to me the talent is there. I don't see it. Now, one bright spot about all this is, you know, I'm going to tell you one bright spot about this whole situation. And maybe, just maybe, this plays into why Za'Darius Smith retired. Maybe this plays into why he retired. Not only does he have a superstar girlfriend and Kash Doll and kids that probably want to see his attention at home a little bit more, which is understandable. They good. Kash got money. He got money. You know, they got a family. Maybe he wants to start that family career. But one thing I realized that could be happening that no one else is seeing is Nakobe Dean is back. He has not played yet, but he is back. Last year, who was our #1 run-stopping linebacker? It was Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean was the one plugging those holes, filling those gaps. Nakobe Dean was on pace to be an all-pro, Pro Bowler. And he's back. And you know what people are saying about that? What are you going to do at linebacker, Vic? Are you going to put him back in the starting lineup? Stunt the growth of Campbell? I wouldn't necessarily say it's going to be stunting the growth of Campbell, but what I can see in this near future is Nakobe Dean going back to starting middle linebacker, and we go and start Campbell at edge. Everybody wants a superstar, right? This is a rookie. He showed he can play middle linebacker. He's been all over the field. And guess what's even more awesome about this? Vic Fangio loves his edge rushers being able to drop in coverage. And what does he does well? Drop in coverage. So maybe this problem isn't as big as we all might think it may be. Maybe the solution's already in-house. And he's like, dang, man, Nakobe Dean's back. Vic's already given away some of my reps to the rook. Maybe it's time for me to step away from the football field while I still have my health, while it's on my own terms, because I can't see anything else but Nakobe starting and putting Campbell on that edge. Let him fly off that edge. The new Michael Parsons. The upgraded Michael Parsons. What do you guys think about that? Because I think it'd be a great idea. And I really believe this is what the Eagles are about to do. They're about to start Dean and Bond back together. And they're about to start Campbell on the edge. Do you guys agree with that? Let me know in the chat if you guys agree in the comment section. Make sure wherever you are, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm going to bring in Eagles Fire, a lot more 101 Eagles Fire with my peeps. Because I feel like y'all need to know how I feel about it. Because this is Birdgang 31, baby. The #1 Eagles fan in the nation, okay? Been watching these guys for over 30 years. Don't mean to throw my age out like that. But I've been watching these guys for over 30 years. And I'm telling you, that is the play. But that does not mean, even if we do that, that does not mean we do not go out and grab another pass rusher. I see Chubbs over there in Miami looking for a new home, hopefully. Maybe we can go get Chubbs. You know? Maybe we can go get, I don't know who else is out there that you're talking about, you know? It's harder now that the season's already 6 weeks in. Most teams need their good pass rushers, you would think. But we're going to see how that works out. He said, we need the Commanders to lose tonight. The Commanders will definitely lose tonight. I'm praying on it. You know, if they lose tonight, I ain't got no worries. I ain't got no worries. Because that means we are still going to be a game, you know, a buck ahead of these guys, man. You know, they're 3-2 right now. We're 4-2. They need to lose to go to 4-3. And we can go from there with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I really feel like we, as a fan base, are overreacting towards this loss of Za'Darius. Not the loss of the Giants, because I really feel like that was like AJ was screaming in the locker room saying, I can't believe we effing lost to the Giants. And I fully feel the same way about that. I think that's a crime. So what are you going to do? Make it right. Make it right, guys. Howie, bona fide this team. Go find a stud. Trade for him. Get him on this team now. Because we don't play until next Sunday. So you might as well get him in the building now. He won't play this week, but we can get him the next week with a guy like, you know, Nolan Smith in the process of coming back over that time. You know, Jalen's Hunt will have a couple more games. Put some pressure on him to really show up and show off, because he doesn't even have a sack this year. And that's one of the guys that I was pounding the table for, saying that Jalen Hunt's about to be that dude this year. He's about to take over for Sweaty this year. It's about to be immaculate. But Jalen Hunt never done nothing. You know, no one's done anything. No one. We need to make a splash, guys. We need to make a splash now, Howie. Because, like I said, I am hoping, put our hands together, hoping that I'm right. And that is the reason why Za'Darius realizes. He doesn't want to, you know, if he's going to play football any while longer, he wants to make sure he's starting or in that starting rotation. If you're dropping him out of that starting rotation where he might only get 3 or 4 snaps a game, then guess what? He's like, I'll be better at home. See you later. And y'all know me as an Eagle fan. I always say things that happen before it happens, because I can see the future of this football team. I can see what this football team needs and the direction they need to be going in. 3 years in a row. Record predictions. Facts. Both times Super Bowl. I told you about it. Facts. Before anybody believed that Jalen Hurts, maybe me and LB was the only one that believed in him. Facts. And I'm telling you, we about to move Campbell to end. Maybe as soon as this week. And I really think it would help him out a lot more, because watching Campbell play linebacker, I know he's rated one of the highest rated linebackers in the league as a rookie right now. But that is one area I've noticed, you know, he's not that great at. And that's plugging those holes, stopping the run. I think he's great in coverage, sideline to sideline. And I'm not saying he's trash at stopping the run, but I say Dean is a lot better at stopping the run, filling those holes. He's more of a lumberjack linebacker, old school trotter style linebacker. You know? So I'm hoping Howie sees that I mean, and Vic sees that, starts Campbell, but still go out and pick us up another guy. Bradley Chubb would be perfect. You got Chubbs, you got Campbell, you got Nolan Smith, you got Jalen Hunt. You throw a little bit of Jalen Carter on the edge sometime. Now you're cooking. Now we're where we need to be as a defensive line unit. Let me know how y'all feeling about that. Shout out to everybody on X. We got 70 over there on X, man. Hit that like, share. You know, come over to YouTube, hit that like, share, subscribe. Much love to all you guys over there. Twitch, what's up? Facebook, how y'all doing? And especially my family here on YouTube. Eagles Girl said, you see where the fake fans want to bench Jalen and put McKee in. Yeah. I seen that. And that's another thing, guys. One, never gonna fucking happen. And you shouldn't even want it to happen, to be honest with you. If we are, 5 years in with Jalen Hurts, he's already took us to 2 Super Bowls and won one, being a Super Bowl MVP, and that's not good enough for you? Don't let this media get you all riled up about, oh, he overthrew Smitty. Oh, the game before he overthrew AJ. Oh, he can't throw. Don't buy into that BS narrative. Y'all seen him drop dimes all year long this year, all year long last year, and all year long since he started at quarterback. Okay? One bad pass does not make a quarterback. Hell, one bad game does not make a quarterback. And I love McKee. And I think he's a perfect backup quarterback. And guess what? If he's so good, then we need to go get another backup and trade him next year before the draft and get a first-round pick for him. Because I think he's worth the first-round pick. He's a great football player. When McKee gets in that game, he slings that rock. But he can't do what Jalen do, man. He can't. He don't pull no linebackers, no direction in the run game. He don't run with the football at all, really. He don't put fear in the defensive coordinators' minds at night before they have to play the Philadelphia Eagles. Is he a good quarterback? Yes, but it is ridiculous, and I mean absolutely ridiculous to think that you will start McKee over Hurts. Hurts 4-2. He went a whole calendar season without losing a football game. Come on, guys. That is all BS if I ever heard it. So what, he don't put up 400 yards a game. When he needs to pass, he passes. Our problem is not the passing game. Now, our problem is not Hurts' arm. It's two things. This offensive line is hurt, and we're not running the football, which is a huge difference from last year and this year. A huge difference why teams are playing us the way they are, because they do not fear our running game. And that's the biggest difference. And our suspect ass coordinator, KP. I don't care, man. I wish I had it on here. I was looking at the pass chart for Pickens. I know you guys on X. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen it. The passing chart for Pickens was like, he was all over the field, man. If y'all watched the game last night, the Sunday night game, Detroit Lions, Kansas City Chiefs, you watched the play calling today call. Every single week as Eagles fans, and to be honest, it was a little last year, a little last year before that, a little last year before that too. We always watch these offenses with suspect players, man, look great. And we're always sitting there and, oh, why can't our offense do that? That's KP. I know a lot of people like having KP back. I know a lot of people do. But nah, you got one of the best receivers in football, two of the best receivers in football, one of the, if not the best quarterback in football, one of the best tight ends in football, the very best running back in football, the best left and right tackle in football, the best left guard in football. The only two spots that's not the best that you need to worry about is your center and your right guard. And Cammy Jurgens is a gamer anyway. He needs to get better. He's not no Jason Kelsey, but he's good. You know? So you tell me, how is it that a team like this, when I can watch other teams, you know, with the same talent, look at the Lions. Why do you get a chance to use AJ, Dillon, and Saquon at the same time? Like they go over there and they do with Montgomery and Gibbs, Ahmad Ross, St. Brown, and Williams, Laporta. It seems like they don't have no problem getting them all the ball every single game. You got games with two running backs getting 100 yards. You got games with both receivers getting 100 yards and Laporta with 80. You cannot tell me that you are a top flight or you want to be a top flight coordinator and you cannot get the superstars on this damn football team the ball. She said, Eagle fans are so past the daily read of one. We will get it right. You damn right we will get it right. We got no choice but to. This is our era now. If you guys not see, we're not going to have all these same players in a couple of years. We need to cash in Super Bowls now. AJ probably not getting re-up in Philly. I don't care what anybody says. AJ probably not getting a re-up in Philly. The receiver I see getting a re-up is Smitty. Because he don't open his damn mouth. He keeps it cool. Saquon, how many years you think a running back got? You know? They got a good 4 or 5. I can see him getting an extension. But Lane Johnson's on his last leg. You know? That's going to take a toll on this offensive line. Could you imagine not having none of the original starting 5 on this line no more? Mailata's still young, yes. Landon Dickerson, any day can be gone, or he can play forever. Either one. Because the way his knee's been hurt before he was even drafted. So as long as that knee keeps working, I guess, he'll keep playing. But how long do you got with that? The window is 2 to 3 years, man. That's what I'm telling you. Before the re-ups. And we're going to have to rebuild this offense all over again. And it's funny that we play the Minnesota Vikings. We play Carson Wentz. We're going to get into that tomorrow night on the truth. I'm not even going to dive into that right now. I'm going to get back, stay on track. Because I can keep going. But, yeah. And you're right, Eagles girl. You don't see other teams. Listen, Patty Mahomes, man, as great as he is, has a lot of suspect passes, has a lot of suspect plays, and nobody bats an eye. Golf, suspect passes, interceptions, you know, all your top quarterbacks, suspect passing, interceptions. Josh Allen, same thing. But you don't see no one makes a podcast, no one makes a freaking video about them missing their receiver wide. I've seen Patty miss plenty of times. It's really sad. And it's really because our fan base, we're so strict about how we are. Like, we want perfection every single game. Especially if we lose, we're looking for the first site to blame of why we lost. It was an overthrown pass. I be goddamn, man. We didn't lose that game from an overthrown pass. They bully balled us. Scatterboo and Dart bully balled us. That's why we lost the game. It wasn't really that much on the offense. I wouldn't say. It was the defense. I thought Mike Allstat came out of retirement and put on a damn Giants jersey when we played him. I thought we had flashbacks of Brandon Jacobs with the Giants playing bully ball, running that rock on us. They didn't even have no damn receivers, but receivers were getting open, making plays on us. If the Giants with no receivers can scheme guys open, KP, what the hell are you doing? It's what I'm saying. Y'all can't even name the Giants starting receivers. But they were catching balls on us. Scoring touchdowns on us. Scatterboo looked like All-Star. Like I said, like I swear to you not, the first thought was Brandon Jacobs, but the second thought was Scatterboo. I mean, what Scatterboo was Mike Allstate. These guys didn't even want to hit the guy. Like he's just a Derrick Henry somebody. That's heart. That's effort that our defense is not putting and displaying on this football field. I'm telling you guys, it is bad. Maybe we do need to go get a guy like Charlie Gallagher-Johnson and bring him back to this football team. Because whenever he's on the team, at least we got heart. We can't be getting pumped by the Giants. Really? What up? Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like. We cannot be getting pumped by the Giants, man. What we got here? He says, we got to put more accountability on Hurts too, though. Missed the touchdown throwing inside on an out route. Some of it is his fault. Really, guys? Really? Now, I get what you're saying. That interception is Hurts' fault. You damn right. He owned up to it. But y'all act like every quarterback don't throw picks. We missed a touchdown out route. Maybe that was the first read. You know, maybe he thought it was just a bad throw. If he makes that throw, we're not saying this. Or maybe he just read the defense wrong one play. It's not the end of the world. He had over 300 passes without an interception, my guy. 300 without an interception. A whole calendar year without a loss. What more do you want from your starting quarterback? Does he miss some from time to time? Yes. But he also makes some from time to time. Plays that you never thought should be made, could be made, he makes them. I just watched the Eagles' freaking greatest jukes of all time, and our quarterback's on there a couple times. You know, he impacts the game in so many different ways, man. And I'm not shedding blame on Jalen. Like sometimes I don't want him to play better. But I'm saying the route concepts are trash. Absolute garbage. Prove me wrong. Look up at our receivers' pass route trees, what they've been running. When Lane Johnson comes on when Lane Johnson gets interviewed and tells you we're predictable. Everybody know we're about to pass the ball. Everybody know what routes we're about to run. Everybody know we're about to run the football. Everybody know where we're running the football. There's a problem. A major problem. So I don't want to hear none of this, oh, Jalen Hurts had a bad game. Zach Bond had a bad game. People have bad games. And his game wasn't even that bad, Jalen Hurts. That interception was crucial. But we should have never been down to the Giants in the first place. We need to find more consistency in this offense. We need to play a lot better than what we're doing. Says, that's right. They just look for something to blame him for. Exactly. But the thing is, he is not the problem. Jalen Hurts isn't the problem here. Okay, I'm going to tell you that straight up. Not the problem. This first time coordinator is a problem. The offensive line not being healthy is a problem. This defensive line not getting pressure on quarterbacks, letting Jackson Dart run around like he's goddamn Lamar Jackson is a problem. Those are real problems on this. CB2 is a problem. Those are problems on this football team. Jalen Hurts, not the problem. Let's see here. It says here, if Tanner McGee was throwing a rock, you'll see the receivers involved in games. Really? Y'all, Eagles Nation, I need y'all to work with me here. I need to understand, what do you guys really want with this football team? And this is a serious question. What do you want with this football team? Do you want to be the best passing team in the league? Is that what you guys are shooting for? You want to be the number one passing offense in the league, so explosive passing the football? Is that what you're looking for? Because if you're looking for that, go get a new team. We ain't never been that way. Y'all are tripping. This is a run-first team that passes the ball. Run-first football team. And I'm not just talking about with Jalen Hurts. We are run-first team with Carson Wentz. We are run-first team with Dougie P. Remember? Jay Ajayi, LeGarrette Blount. You win football games by pounding that rock. And it opens up everybody else, man. It's like y'all, I feel like y'all just want them to throw the football and lead in stats or passing or something. Prove everybody wrong in that. But what did that do for our football team? Think about the years we were high in passing yards. Jalen's, I think, most prolific season was the year he was like MVP, where he had like, what, 3,900 yards or something? We did not win the Super Bowl. You know? We didn't win the Super Bowl. So why do you guys want this to go? And that's why Dougie P got fired. That's why Andy Reid got fired. When you make it to that 5-talk, you can't get over because you're trying to pass the rock and you're making a team one-dimensional. This is a balanced run-first offense. Until we change up the offensive line, that's what it is. Is it nothing but love for Hurts, but he can't throw our guys open. He's only throwing it if the wide open or towards the sideline where it can be tipped. And that's cap too, name brand. That's cap. Help. You can't tell me you don't remember seeing any passes where he dotted people up on the sideline yet, or the back of the end zone. Devontae Smith, boom, touchdown. Jalen Hurts has thrown balls that most quarterbacks can't even throw. He's put dots on the field consistently, year in, year out. Like, y'all need to stop listening to the national media spin the narrative that Jalen can't throw, because that is definitely 1,000% false. I want you to go through your Eagle highlights over the last 3 years, and if you can go through those highlights and you can tell me that you ain't seen no dimes by Jalen Hurts, then I'll listen. But until then, y'all got to stop with that BS narrative. That's just some media stuff. I don't expect, real Eagle fans to come out with that kind of stuff. So why aren't we doing the RPOs this season? We have been. We've done some RPOs out there. We have been. We've definitely done some RPO. It's not effective because we're running different schemes. Even you have Hurts, man. And if y'all seen when they first told him KP was going to be, offensive coordinator, he wasn't 100% stoked about that. No, he wasn't. Like he said, like AJ said, like Nick Sirianni said, you want it to look one way. It's not looking that way right now. KP don't see the game the same way the rest of them did. He's not calling the game the way the rest of them are calling games. He's trying to make his mark felt, but it's like it's coaching malpractice to have Saquon start the game out with a couple of nice runs and never go back to him again. You can say, oh, we're down. The reason why we didn't go back is we're behind the sticks. We're down. We need to throw the ball. Bullshit, dude. You see teams like the Lions, Chiefs, all your top teams still run the ball in the third quarter, down or not. The more you run the ball, the less of a pass rush you're going to get later in the game. That's just common damn sense. He says, there are multiple problems hitting at the same time. It's not just Hurts, but he is the leader. Yeah, that's true. There's multiple problems. And he is the leader, but you only could do so much. You only could call the plays that's given to you. Unless you want them to be total, what do you call that? When you just run off and start doing your own calling your own plays. Insubordinate to the offense. Let you want them, which I don't mind Jalen being like Peyton Manning, calling his own plays at the line. Because if you look over the last couple of years, the biggest plays we've had has been Jalen audible into those plays. So obviously he knows a little something about something. He knows a little something about something. He said not only that, that only works when the run is working and you have the pass to open up the run when they focus on Saquon. Yeah. But you don't understand though, man. The line is the only problem why Saquon's not. But now we are literally like, there's some plays where he's just like that close to breaking out. Loose. But you got a hurt line, man. You're never going to watch nothing with a hurt line, man. You're not. And on some of the plays where you see that Jalen could have made these, they show the replay and the guy wide open. If you look at the play, a lot of those plays, he's getting pressure. Some he's not. But a lot of those plays, he's getting pressure too, man. And not just all on Jalen. Jalen, y'all realize Jalen's not no 6'4". He can't see on the borderline like a lot of these other quarterbacks can that are taller. So, yeah, you might see a big Lane Johnson or a big Mike Lotto get knocked back on their toes. They're already, 6'4", 6'5", with cleats on, a little taller, flying back. It's going to make you adjust things, man. It's going to make you adjust things. He says, I'm watching the game. The highlights are highlights. If you really know the game, the receivers are making a lot of great plays. Jalen makes good throws sometimes, but mostly AJ and Smith making plays. I guess everybody has their opinion. I'm not saying that AJ and Smitty don't make great plays, but I'm not going to sit here and say that Jalen don't put the ball where it needs to go either. I can agree to disagree on that one. I'm not going to sit here and say that Jalen do not throw dimes, because I would not be speaking the facts. I would not. He says, what does Jared Goff's offense have? Goff throws the rock and they run. If we don't throw, the run will not open up. But it's the opposite of that. They run first. Gibbs, Montgomery get the ball the first 2 series over and over again. They run first. That opens up St. Brown. That opens up Williams. Okay, let's keep the facts. They run first. Because I don't even think Goff is as good as Jalen. What up, Kyle? How you doing? How you doing out there? How you doing? Salute to you. Thanks for stopping by. Hit that like. Share it. I don't think Goff is as good as Hurts, man. Shout out to the 110 up in here, man. I know most of you guys are on X. Make sure you come over to YouTube, man. This is where I'm monetized at. That's where the money comes out. The more money I make, the more content I can give to you. You know, the more special we can have over here on this platform. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. Even after this video, if you're on X, if you got a YouTube, come over to YouTube, hit that subscribe. On the way to 6K. I mean 20K. Yeah, I think the fans have a problem with Jalen. Need to stop being Eagles fans. Clearly, he's not. Clearly, he will not do enough to please them. Facts. That's what I feel like. Jalen never gonna please nobody. I feel like his bar is just so much higher. Like he has to do so much more than any other quarterback in the league. And it's not just Jalen. I feel that way with our football team as a whole. It's like our team has to do so much more to get respect than any other team in the league, man. I give it to Mahomes and them guys. Got all these rings on their hand, you know. But even their luck's starting to run out. They don't look as dominated. But even in years where they don't look so dominated, no one talks about the shitty season. They talk about the win, the championship at the end of the season. You know, so as long as we continue to do what we do and win rings, I guess that's all that really matters. He says, so you'd rather run and keep getting 3rd and 8, forcing Jalen to make plays for a first, then run 2 more times, and we're back to 3rd and 8, 3rd and 6. We got to throw first to get Saquon going. Since when, man? Did y'all not watch last year? Did y'all not watch last year, man? It's not about throwing. NFL, listen, I played high school, college, semi-pro, all tailback. One thing I've learned about football is you do not pass to open up the run. There are occasions where you can do it, but it's not something you do game in, game out. It is a consistent fact. Look at Super Bowl winning teams throughout the history of the NFL. Run to set up the pass is how you win games in the NFL. You know why? You keep passing 3 and out. You're putting your defense in a bind. You're putting extra unnecessary stress on your defense. If we were passing the ball so well, guys, if we were passing the ball so well, to your logic, the running game shouldn't be a problem right now. Nothing on offense is working great. The run, the pass, and we've been throwing the football. The last 2 games specifically, we've been throwing the football more than we have all year long. And guess what we came out with? 2 L's. 2 L's. There's better run schemes. We need to call better run plays. Stop just doing run plays out of the pistol formation or shotgun formation. Be more original. I know we lost our fullback, but throw a tight end back there. I see a star tight end Laporta at fullback for the Lions. And he's a star tight end at fullback, blocking. Get your best players on the field. Whether you got to use a linebacker, a defensive lineman, Tight end, the Tongan guy. Where's he go? Tuga. He did good. Keep him out there. You got to consistently do it. Like y'all acting like we could. How many carries did Saquon Barkley have the last 2 games? Oh wait. How many carries did he have? Last game. Started out hot. 2 nice runs. 1 run in the second half. And that's it. All passing. So your whole logic, the game before that, didn't even play him. He didn't get a carry in the second half of the football game. So your logic of if you keep passing, it's going to open up the run is BS. Because we're not running the football. You need to give Saquon 18 to 20 carries a game. And if not just him, give AJ some carries. Give Shipley some carries. But there needs to be a concerted effort to know that we're going through this football game and we're going to at least run the ball 20 to 25 times a game. It's logic, man. Running sets up the pass. You know? I'm not saying there's not situations in a game where if you're getting hot passing the ball, it'll loosen up the run game, of course. But running sets up the pass, man. He said, why are you stuck on last year? It's not working running first this year. What are you talking about? How's it not working? How's it not working? We're not running the ball. So I don't understand how is it not working. He says, are you not seeing what's happening when we run? Saquon is doing Michael Jackson dancing in the background as soon as he gets the ball. That's true. Now I will say that. And it's the line. But if you got an offensive line that's strength that's running the football down that rock, and they're hurt, it's not going to give you a good pass blocking either. We don't have great pass. Jalen Hurts was sacked, 6 times, 7 times last game. By the Giants or the Denver game, 1 or 2 games I remember. By the Giants and Denver Broncos, man. Holding on to the ball too long. Having the ball too long, man. Listen, if we had a creative offensive coordinator, none of us would be having this conversation right now. Coaching malpractice. Never in the history of football should you have this many stars on your football team and be struggling on offense. That's all I'm saying. Coaching malpractice. So, I just wanted to get on here. I do got my kids. So I did want to go and get on here and say salute to all you guys. Much love to all you guys. I love all your support. Shout out to X with the big 110 up in the building. You guys are awesome. You know, come over after the stream. Come say what's up to the YouTube Birdgang 31 channel. Hit that like. You know, watch some stuff over there too as well. You know what I'm saying? I love all you guys from all platforms. You know, it's bleed green till I die. There's just some things that need to be said sometime. I feel like, you know, people don't look at certain things that I do. He says, I'm working Falcons versus Bills game right now. There's so many Bills fans here. They support their team even when Josh does bad. Exactly, man. Even when Josh does bad. No one, dude, y'all act like Josh Allen don't have bad games. The difference is we don't talk about him. Patty Mahomes, we don't talk about him. You know, Burrow, we don't talk about him. But let Jalen Hurts not be perfect. We definitely going to get on his ass. That's on Sirianni and Hurts. If you had a playbook that worked, why go from it? Yeah, that's true. It's on Sirianni and KP. You know what I'm saying? It's on them too. They need to get this right. Sirianni, you were brought here as an offensive guru, and every time this happened, and this is how I know Sirianni has this blueprint on this play calling, man. And that's why he keeps trying to hire someone within that's going to listen to the Sirianni way of life. But what you don't realize, whenever we listen to Nick Sirianni, our offense is trash. When he started out as our coordinator, it was trash before he gave us a stipend. Brian Johnson, when he came in, he tried to run Brian Johnson. It was trash. And now, you get a KP that's been there this whole time, who should know, who's seen what plays work, what plays don't work. Why aren't you running more of the plays that work? Why aren't you getting more creative with this offense? Where's the motion at? Where's the screen plays at? Off receiver and running back screen plays. Where's any creativity at with this offense? Is what I'm saying. If we're out there being creative and it wasn't working, then you can blame something else. But we're not. It's suspect at best. Coaching malpractice, man. It's salute to you, man. Salute to you. Thanks for supporting, man. I'm going to get you a wrench on there, too. Thanks for stopping by. But like I said, man, I'm about to get out of here. Check us out tomorrow night, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and JC Sports Talk will be having the truth. We should have Philly 500, the legend, Eagles content creator, Philly 500 will be on tomorrow night on the truth. So make sure you go subscribe to the channel. Go hit that post notification bell, because we definitely going to be bringing the fire from here on out forever, man. Like, I'll be on here a lot more. And we definitely going to have the nation. You know, we're going to grow this Birdgang nation together, baby. We're going to burn it together. Grow it together. You get Poo-Poo Patula needs to go. I'm with you on that right now. And like I said, it took Kellen Moore 6 games before we loved him. Before we started to really love him. You know, we weren't really that dynamic. We were a lot better than we were this year, early last year. But it took Kellen Moore 6 games to get his thing going. So we're going to see moving forward. But I'll say another 1 or 2 games like what we just seen. Not I. We're going to be seeing me with the Fire Kevin shirts on for sure. Get him the hell out of here. Coaching malpractice. Much love to you guys. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe, man. Come help me out. Go over to YouTube. Hit that subscribe. What's up, Mrs. Slam Birdgang 31? Looking on bomb. Dizzle like you know. Thanks for stopping by, babe. But yeah, man. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share this content out everywhere. There's a lot of people out there that, you know, I took a break for a while. You know, that their subscription, their subscribe button is unsubscribed. You know, the post notification bell is not working. Make sure you guys check both of those out. Unsubscribe or subscribe again. Hit that post notification bell. And let's keep this Eagle thing rocking on, man. Salute to all 115 in the building right now. Much love to all you guys. I'll be dropping more heat, more fire from here on out. But make sure you check out Philly 500 and JC Sports Talk on the truth tomorrow night. We're going to be bringing it raw with you. So like I always say, fly, Eagles, fly. And we out. Peace.
How about our quarterback? How about our quarterback? I'm your quarterback. He's a stud. He is a stud. I knew he was going to play that way. I knew it. Don't doubt him. All he does
I'm
is
Birdgang
win.
31 and I'm fly like an eagle. Hit him low, hit him high like the Eagles. Catch me on a podcast and we only talking Eagles. Dallas still sucks and they nothing like the Eagles. I don't want O-line, Jalen Hurts top 5. Run it like Saquon, like I'm down Queen. Always open AJ, touchdown, say. Strap 'em